If an asteroid were heading straight to Earth, would we suffer the same fate as the dinosaurs? Not necessarily. If humans took the right precautions, there's a chance we could survive. So what would actually happen if an asteroid hit Earth? Who would survive, and what would the after effects look like? While there are inevitable consequences to an event like this, humanity could definitely recover. For instance, did you know that in the Arctic Circle, there is a seed repository that has over 1 million seeds from every country in the world that would be able to feed humanity in case of a worldwide disaster? Let's discuss the facts surrounding this daunting scenario. Astronomers discovered a large asteroid nearby this year, on a trajectory that could take it dangerously close to our planet. The asteroid, called 2022 AP7, is about 1.5 kilometers wide, nearly 1 mile. That makes it a planet killer, Scottish shepherd and astronomer at the Carnegie Institution for Science said in a press release announcing the discovery on Monday. Although the rock isn't as big as the one that led to dinosaurs' extinction, it's big enough to wreak planet-wide destruction and potentially change life on Earth as we know it. This asteroid could not only destroy life on the planet, but could even change the Earth's orbit, putting it into a more elliptical orbit. But there could be other planet-killer asteroids lurking unseen in the blind spot where 2022 AP7 was discovered, within the orbits of Earth and Venus, between us and the Sun. The Sun's glare could conceal dangerous asteroids. In August 2020, an asteroid the size of a car passed closer to Earth than any known space rock had ever come without crashing. It missed our planet by about 1,830 miles. Astronomers didn't know the space rock existed until about 6 hours after it whizzed by. Nobody saw it coming because it was approaching from the direction of the Sun. Telescopes spot asteroids by detecting sunlight reflecting off of them. That makes it very difficult to spot asteroids located between Earth and the Sun. The brilliant glare of our star, which is 109 times wider than Earth, easily drowns out the faint glint of a mile-wide asteroid. Plus, some asteroids aren't very reflective. To find more asteroids in this blinding zone, NASA astronomers used a camera designed to detect dark energy, mounted on a telescope at Cerro Tolo Inter-American Observatory in Chile. They could only scan the near-sun sky during a 10-minute window at twilight, peering at the horizon just before the sun emerges. A team of astronomers was able to identify 3 previously unknown near-Earth asteroids, including 2022 AP7. The survey results were published in the Astronomical Journal on September 29th. The team of astronomers also mentioned that there could be many more such asteroids hiding in the hidden part of our solar system, and that they could escape in the future and change their trajectory towards Earth. Most of the undiscovered asteroids probably stay closer to the Sun rather than coming near Earth's orbit. NASA's making Armageddon plans. NASA is working on a game plan for the day scientists detect an asteroid on a true collision course with Earth. The agency just slammed the spacecraft into a distant asteroid and successfully changed the asteroid's orbit around a larger space rock. That mission, called the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, DART, was practice for striking any asteroid approaching Earth, giving it a nudge to steer it off course. No such asteroids have been identified, but NASA is preparing for the possibility of future discoveries. However, scientists previously told Insider that NASA would probably need about 5 to 10 years to build and launch a DART-like deflection missile for an asteroid that posed a threat to Earth. That means astronomers must identify asteroids long before they approach our planet. NASA is slowly advancing a space telescope to track down more city-killer asteroids in our cosmic neighborhood. That project, called the Near-Earth Object (NEO) Surveyor, recently had its budget cut by more than $100 million. It's set to launch as early as 2028. The telescope is designed to help NASA fulfill a congressional mandate to find and track 90% of all near-Earth objects 140 meters or 460 feet or larger in size. That's big enough to obliterate a city like New York. The goal was to find them by the end of 2020. Obviously, NASA is behind. So far, NASA estimates that it has only cataloged 40% of those city killers. NEO Surveyor would help spot the rest of them. That includes asteroids coming from the direction of the Sun. Now, let's move on to more serious things. What happens if the asteroid hits our planet? So what happens if the bad scenario happens? That is, an asteroid hits Earth. With an asteroid hitting the Earth, Dust and smoke rising in the atmosphere prevents sunlight from reaching our world and causes the total temperature to drop. This event can lead to the death of many living things. But unfortunately, it doesn't end there. At that point, the asteroid's impact on Earth would be extremely dangerous. The dust would rise into the Earth's atmosphere, not only blocking the sun's rays, but also making the air probably unbreathable. Shortly after impact, the living things near the impact would no longer exist, as they would be vaporized by the wave of unbearable heat. People hundreds of kilometers away would feel the impact after a few minutes in a wave of dust and heat. And that's not all. After 20 minutes, there would be nothing around the impact, just dust. In just a few hours, the dust wave could cover the entire planet. At that point, everything would become quite difficult, not only for humans, but especially for plants and animals. Farm production would drop significantly, causing global famine. If an asteroid the size of an apartment hits Earth, this blow could possibly destroy a small city. If an asteroid the size of a 20-story building hits Earth, this blow can completely flatten a small country. If an asteroid 60 times larger than our ancient friend Chelyabinsk collided with Earth, there wouldn't just be devastation, there would be no Earth. The size of this asteroid alone would block out the sun as it approached, and then the impact would remove 10 kilometers of the Earth's crust. Hypersonic shock waves would ripple across the globe. Everything in its path would be incinerated and leveled. Nothing would stand a chance of surviving. Our planet would essentially turn into a glowing ball of fire and melted rock. If, by some miracle or secret underground bunker, you survived, you wouldn't last long. Soot in the atmosphere would result in something like a nuclear winter. The biggest reasons for scientists to research asteroids, in addition to having more information about the solar system, is that they want to learn their total numbers and learn more about their trajectories and physical properties. If the course of an asteroid turns towards us, of course, we would like to know. On June 30th, 1908, a 40-meter asteroid hit the Tunguska region in Siberia. This impact destroyed a London-sized woodland, making it the most influential and most important asteroid impact in recent world history. On June 30th, 2016, it was declared as International Asteroid Day by the United Nations, and it was aimed to raise awareness about the threat of collision with Earth, created by countless celestial bodies floating in space. Every year on Asteroid Day, scientists, astronauts, and celebrities come together to help raise awareness about the dangers our planet faces from Earth-crossing asteroids. In these events, our poor defense state in space is emphasized against potential asteroid collisions. And in the event that these dangerous and free-floating celestial objects turn to Earth, science fiction scenarios and possible solutions are explained. Chances of an asteroid hitting are pretty small. NASA has tracked 90% of the near-Earth asteroids that are at least 1 kilometer wide, and believes none of them has a significant chance of hitting Earth. Thankfully, 2022 AP7 isn't headed for Earth anytime soon, especially not in the next century, according to researchers' calculations. Still, there could be some bigger asteroids out there that NASA doesn't know about, and they would surely end life as we know it. But humanity has been and always will be strong, and surely we can find a way to make this scenario not impossible, but unlikely. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, feel free to hit the subscribe button for more fascinating content.